Good morning. Welcome to Bio World. Today we'll discuss about monocot seed. As in previous lecture we have discussed about dicot seed. We know that in dicot seed that food is stored in cotyledon. So majority dicot seed are non-endospermic. But when we talk about monocot, in monocot that food is stored in a special region that is known as a endosperm. So here you can see that broad region is endosperm and that narrow one is embryo. Same here, this broad is endosperm and this is embryo. Actually monocot seed, we know its example are maize, wheat, so they are typical example of monocotyledon. Maize we know that it is flat, yellow, narrow at one end and broad at other end. Okay, when we cut longitudinally the maize seed, it shows two parts, right? And the broad part, when we stain with iodine, that part which shows blue color, that blue color is due to presence of starch, because starch with iodine gives purple or blue color. So remember, starch with iodine always gives purple color, right? Okay, so monocot seed, which is having embryonic region at the narrow flat region, right? So that embryonic region is located at narrow flat region and the remaining broad part is endospermic, that is storage of food where occurs, and as I discussed earlier, which with iodine gives purple or blue color. Okay, now in monocot seed, the outermost side, the layer is known as a hull. Hull is tough covering and it is formed through fusion of pericarp and सीड कोट. सीड कोट एंड पेरिकार्प का जब फ्यूजन होता है तो जो बनता है लेयर उसको बोलते हैं हल. नाउ सेकंड लेयर, that is aileron layer, which occurs under the hull. हल के नीचे जो लेयर होता है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? aileron layer. Aileron layer, which is made up of square or rectangular cells, and here in aileron layer that protein are stored, right? So आप देख सकते हो ये डायग्राम, ये ब्रॉड मैंने पहले ही बोल दिया, endosperm region, this is embryo, this is the outermost layer, that is hull, yellow color, which is formed due to fusion of pericarp plus seed coat. Below the hull, that square or rectangular cells, aileron layer in which that protein is stored, and that broad portion is known as a endosperm. Here endosperm, that is starch, is stored. Now a single thin shield shaped, ऐसे ढलता हुआ जो कोटाइलेडन होता है, राइट, तो ये जो है उसको बोलते हैं स्क्यूटेलियम. ओके, सेकंड थिंग याद रखो कि ये एम्ब्रियो, ये एंडोस्पर्म, एम्ब्रियो एंडोस्पर्म को जो अलग करता है, आप रेड कलर देख सकते हो, दैट इज एपिथेलियल लेयर. स्क्यूटेलियम में लोअर साइड पे जो एम्ब्रियोनिक एक्सिस है उसमें है रेडिकल एंड प्लम्यूल. दैट रेडिकल इज प्रोटेक्टेड बाय सिलोराइजा एंड प्लम्यूल इज प्रोटेक्टेड बाय सिलोप्टाइल. ठीक है, प्लम्यूल को कौन प्रोटेक्ट करता है? कोलियोप्टाइल या सिलोप्टाइल. एंड रेडिकल को कौन प्रोटेक्ट करता है? कोलोराइजा, राइट. ओके, दिस इज ब्रॉड पोर्शन एंडोस्पर्म. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट दैट शील्ड शेप कोटाइलेडन विच इज नोन एज अ स्क्यूटेलियम. ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है नीट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. ओके, होप सो आपको ये डायग्राम आएगा. ओके, सो दैट single thin and shield shaped cotyledon occurs in the embryonic region is called scutellum, right. And that outer layer of scutellum remains in contact with एंडोस्पर्म इज कॉल्ड, मैंने आपको पहले ही बोल दिया, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? एपिथेलियल लेयर, राइट. एंड जो एंडोस्पर्मिक रीजन है, दैट एंडोस्पर्मिक रीजन विच स्टोर्स फूड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्टार्च. उसमें फूड स्टोरेज होता है कौन से फॉर्म में? स्टार्च फॉर्म में, राइट. एट द नैरो एंड ऑफ स्क्यूटेलियम द embryonic axis remains attached, right. At one end of this axis क्या होता है? plumule and its protective covering is called coleoptile, and other end of this axis is radical and its protective covering is coleorhiza. Okay, so this is about monocot seed. As we know that monocot seed mostly they are endospermic, but orchid even though it is monocot, but it is non-endospermic. This is most important, right. Orchid, it is non endospermic. So maize, it is monocotyledon and endospermic. Orchid, non-endospermic.